All right, welcome back to Bitcoin Part 2. Now, I kind of in Part 1 gave a brief explanation of what Bitcoin was. Now we're going to talk about the miner has mined the coins and they need to convert them into cash. So they move the coins over to the exchange. And inside the exchange, there's lots of buyers and sellers. It's a real live market that operates 365 days a year. It never shuts down. When you move the coins over there, the miners put them up for sale. They have an asking price, and there's a buy side of somebody saying, this is the most I'm willing to pay for a Bitcoin. I'm going to show you this exchange here down the road, but I got to set some basis here so that you'll be able to understand what we're talking about when we get to the exchange, because I want to show you how to make money with this cryptocurrency, which I think is going to be very important for everybody to learn as the future of mankind evolves. We're headed towards digital currencies. They're trying to ban cash in Sweden. They've already taken away the two largest bills in India. It's been talked about here, Great Britain. It's going to come someday. We're going to a digital currency, and the faster that you can pick up how digital currencies work, you can be ahead of the crowd. So that's what I'm going to try to teach you in these videos, and I hope you stick around to watch, because I've spent a lot of time gathering all of this knowledge over the past 5 years or whatever that I've been involved in Bitcoin. So, miner moves the coins over to the state or over to the exchange. Now, I'm a buyer. I want to buy Bitcoins and I have cash, which is what the miner's looking for. So what I need to do is be able to buy Bitcoins. The very first place that you will need to go to purchase Bitcoins is a website called Coinbase.com. This website is in the United States, and it is a website that is legitimate. It's been around for several years now, and you will go there and set up a profile account where it's going to ask you for a username, a password, your name, everything pretty much legit. It's not going to ask you for your social security number. The information doesn't get too personal. It takes about literally 10 minutes to set up a profile. Once you set that up, you're going to need to go through a process that's going to take you about 2 days of linking that Coinbase account to your bank account so that it'll operate exactly like a debit transaction. So when you go into the marketplace, you decide that I want to buy 1 Bitcoin, and you don't have to buy 1. You can buy a half a Bitcoin, a tenth of a Bitcoin, a 100th of a Bitcoin. You can buy anything you want based on how many dollars you have. That's the beauty of Bitcoin. It extends out 8 decimal places, which is something that the world's going to need going farther. Our world right now operates on a 2 decimal place system, $25.18. 8 decimal places is where the world is going. So you go set your profile up, you get it linked to your bank account, they verify that it's all you, and now you're ready to buy. Right? So you hit buy at Bitcoin. You want to buy half a Bitcoin when it's at $1,000. So it's going to debit your account $500. And within a day or two, you're going to see your account go from 0 BTC, which is the abbreviation for Bitcoin, BTC. And that's important to remember that, because there's abbreviations for a lot of different cryptocurrencies that we're going to get into down the road. But BTC is the abbreviation for Bitcoin. You're going to see your account go from 0 BTC to 0.5 BTC, and it'll show on there 0.5 BTC equals $507. Well, let's say that Bitcoin went up to $1,014. By the time the 0.5 BTC was in your account, now your cash value of your account is $507. Now, you can leave your Bitcoins in that digital wallet forever. It's secure. Coinbase's account is secure. Or you can move them to an offline wallet. You can take your Bitcoins and get them completely off of the internet and put them on a memory stick where you've just got the codes that are unique. It's the information that's important, and lock it away in your vault to where you can never be hacked. I have some like that. That's called cold storage. Now, one example of cold storage, I don't know if y'all will be able to see this or not, but this was an actual coin that a guy in Arizona coined when Bitcoin first got started, and I think the federal government stopped him from doing this. But on the back of this coin was a hologram sticker. You see how that's honeycombed? Well, the back of the coin is honeycombed because I've already pulled the sticker off. And basically what happened is this guy, his name was Mike Caldwell, took Bitcoins that he had bought, created a wallet, embedded the unique key code on the back of a hologram, put that hologram sticker on the back of this coin, and that code on the back was the private key code to be able to unlock that wallet. So when I bought this coin and he sent the coin to me, I actually had to pay the value of 1 Bitcoin plus whatever his effort was to mint this coin. And it's just made out of brass. It's nothing special. And get it to me. And then when I got it, I could actually see through the hologram some of the numbers, so I could see that this Bitcoin was live in a wallet on the blockchain because it's a public ledger that everyone can see. So I can verify that the money is real. So now I've got the coin in my hand, and I take this coin and let's say I put it in a safe, or I just put it in a shoebox. Nobody knows I have it, right? And Bitcoin goes to 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, million, whatever it's going to go to. The value of this coin would still be 1 BTC, which would be translated into some dollar amount down the road. That coin is really not what Bitcoin is all about. Again, it's a cryptocurrency. It's a digital currency, so they operate in the virtual world. There is no Bitcoin central hub. There is no Bitcoin president, board of directors, hotline that you can call if something goes wrong. There's no central authority. There's no server anywhere in the world that can be shut down. Bitcoin will never die, and it cannot be shut down ever unless the government or governments shut the internet down. Even if they restrict the internet, Bitcoin will still breathe. It will actually probably thrive more. And we'll explain that down the road. But Bitcoins in a digital sense, you can leave them in your wallet, and if they appreciate in dollar value, you can sell them back on the open market, transfer the dollars right back to your bank account, and go buy whatever you want to buy. That's one way to do it. Another thing you could do with those Bitcoins is move them off of your Coinbase wallet into a private wallet that's on your desktop or your computer. Unless you're extremely computer savvy on security, I recommend that you don't do this. A third thing you can do is move your Bitcoins over to the same exchange that the miners did, except this exchange, the CoinShop exchange, has a derivatives market built into it. It has a place where you can loan Bitcoins and people can pay you daily interest just to borrow them. But it's secured. There's no way you can lose. The accounts are force liquidated. The exchange is regulated. You can operate in the futures market where you can buy and sell short on margin. You can also trade those Bitcoins for other types of cryptocurrencies. Again, using blockchain technology that have a different useful purpose other than Bitcoin. I'll give you an example. There's about 150 probably additional cryptocurrencies that are out there, and they all trade against Bitcoin. Some of them you can buy with cash, but most all of them you have to purchase with Bitcoin. And so their cost is dollar calculated, but you buy them in relation to a Bitcoin. I'll make that a little more clear here in a minute. But let's just take a coin, for instance, called Cycoin, okay? This is a coin that I'm invested in. What Cycoin is it's blockchain technology, and we'll get more into that later, that stores data similar to what you would be paying for in a cloud. So let's say you're a big company who has lots of sensitive data that you need to keep very well protected. You can pay to store that information with Microsoft or Apple or Google. You have to pay for that, and that information is not sovereign. They own it. They can release it to you. They can say it's yours. You can have it whenever you want. But the fact is, if they ever wanted to shut you down and not give it to you, they don't have to. Cycoin allows you to store that information on a blockchain where you and only you are the only person who can view that information. Well, I see that as being important and relevant technology going into the future, so I decided to invest in a few Cycoins. Now, Cycoins cost remember there's 8 zeros behind the decimal place in Bitcoin. They cost 0.6 zeros and about 40 right now, somewhere in there, which is called 40 Satoshis. Satoshi Nakamoto, how clever, right? So if I want to buy Cycoin, 1 Bitcoin will buy you a dump truck full of Cycoin, right? 2 Bitcoins buys you a lot. 10 Bitcoins buys you an enormous amount. Now, how do you make money doing that? Well, if a coin goes from 40 Satoshis, 0.6040, and it just goes to 44 Satoshis, it barely goes up. That's a 10% move. So moving 10 Bitcoins into Cycoin effectively is $10,000. And if it goes up from 40 Satoshis to 44 Satoshis, you have made $1,000 or 10% on your money. If you wanted to cash out at that point, you would sell the Cycoins on the open market that you're already operating in back for Bitcoin. If you wanted to turn that back into cash, you would send the email back to Coinbase, transfer the coins back to Coinbase, sell them on the open market, and transfer back to your bank account. That's one way to do it. There also is a way to not go through all those processes and buy gold and silver bullion, legitimate United States Eagles from several legitimate dealers that are doing this, that will sell you silver, gold bullion for Bitcoin. When you receive the coins, you can take them to your local coin shop and exchange them for cash if you want to. It's 100% liquid, and there are some tax implications if you do that, but that's something you'd have to take up with your accountant. Now, that's the things how you can move and maneuver Bitcoin around to try to gain more Bitcoins or gain more dollars by trading in the derivatives market. Now, the derivatives market is risky. It's kind of like penny stocks, except for they're not stocks. You're not buying stock in a company. You're buying stock in what's called a project, an idea that is being developed for future things down the road that could be important for cybersecurity. And I think we would all agree that cybersecurity is going to be a very important thing down the road. So that's moving your coins to an exchange. I'm going to show you not exactly how to move it. We're just going to, I'll kind of show you how to move it from one place to another. It's pretty simple, although I really don't have any coins to move right now. I got them all in action. They're working for the OG Bronc. That's right now. I'll tell you, this information that I'm giving you, back when I started, there was nobody to listen to. There was very few articles to read. I mean, to get Bitcoins, I had to set up a wire transfer, talk to somebody in India that I could barely understand, take money out of a cash machine, get the wire transfer set up, go back to the cash machine with the person on the phone from India, put the money right back into the cash machine, wire that to a company called ZipZap in San Francisco, who sent it to another company in California, and 20 minutes later it ended up in Japan, and somehow the Bitcoins ended up in my wallet at a trading engine called Mt. Gox, which is now insolvent. They got hacked, and they are out of business, and I think being sued. I'm not really sure, but bad situation. Now, can that happen? Yes. Just as much as if a coin shop gets broken into and somebody steals all the gold and silver, it doesn't affect the integrity of what the gold and silver is worth, but somebody did take that gold and silver out of there. So with Bitcoin, there is some ways you need to protect yourself. You can store some on the exchange with two-factor identification, which makes it very hard to break into your account. I'm going to show you how to set that up and how to do that. Or you can move them offline. And like I said, on the cold storage, there's ways to actually take them and engrave the numbers or the codes to the wallet on a piece of metal and put the metal in your safe. All you need is that key code to be able to unlock that wallet. So when we come back, we're going to round out just the basics of Bitcoin, and in the videos down the road, I'm actually going to show you where to go, how to buy them, how to set things up, how to trade them, what the numbers mean, and maybe you can at least start looking into it, because like I said, you want to be ahead of the curve because digital currency is coming, and the more you know about it now, the faster and more ahead you will be ahead of everybody else when it does come and it's mainstream. This is the OG Bronc Nuts. I'll be back for part 3.